My mother went deaf the year I was born. I inherited all of it from her, the deafness, the dark eyes, the long silence, and at the very end, her hearing aids. She left them on my pillow in a velvet box. A note was folded beneath it, her handwriting thin as thread. 3 words only, turn them down. I hadn't heard a clear sound in 9 years. I slid the aids in. The world rushed back like water filling a sealed room. The refrigerator hummed, the clock ticked. Down the hall, my husband Daniel breathed in his sleep, the man who taught himself sign language for me, who never once made me feel small. I sat at the kitchen table and cried. For one whole evening it was nothing but a gift. The kettle's whistle, my son laughing upstairs. Rain starting soft against the dark window glass. Then Daniel came down for dinner. "Smells good," he said. But under his voice, fainter, I heard something I had no name for. A second voice, flat, hollow, sliding beneath his like a hand moving under a blanket. It said, "She has them now." I went cold all the way through. I told myself it was feedback, new devices crossing wires in my skull, grief playing its tricks. So I smiled, I served the soup, but my hands did not feel like my own. I watched his mouth as he ate. His lips shaped the warm, ordinary words. The other voice came from lower down, from somewhere behind his teeth. That night I lay awake and listened to him sleep. 2 breaths from one body. One of them slow and human, one that did not seem to need air at all. I remembered the note, turn them down. So I did. I twisted the little dial until that second voice thinned away into nothing. Morning came kind and ordinary. Daniel kissed my forehead. Our son Eli ate his cereal and kicked the table leg, 12 years old, bored, beautiful mine. I almost laughed at my own fear. Grief makes you hear things, I decided. I left the aids turned low and went about my day. But at school pickup, the volume climbed on its own. A whine, then a sharpness, then 40 children all talking at once. And underneath every one of them, the same flat voice, layered, multiplied, rising out of the small bodies climbing into the minivans. Soon, soon, soon. My hands locked on the steering wheel. I told Eli to buckle up. He held my eyes one beat too long before he smiled. "You okay, Mom?" The top voice was warm, concerned. The one beneath it was not. "You can hear it," it said. She could hear it too. She, my mother. Something in me went very still. Because I understood that he meant her, and that whatever lived inside my son had known my mother long before it ever met me. My mother died alone in a locked house, the doors chained from the inside. They said she had lost her mind. They found scratches gouged into the inside of her bedroom door. The coroner said she had made those scratches herself, clawing at nothing. For 2 years, I had believed him. Sitting in that car with my smiling son, God help me, I stopped believing him. That night I waited until the whole house had gone to sleep. Then I turned the aids all the way up, past the dial into the dark. The house was full of voices. They came from the walls, from the vents, from the bed beside me where Daniel lay perfectly still. And they were not whispering to me. They were whispering to each other. A schedule, a handoff, names, my name over and over. The mother is finished, they said. The daughter wears the ears now. When the ears come out, the daughter is ours. I could not breathe. I understood then that the aids were the only thing holding me outside it. As long as I could hear that voice clearly and know it was not mine, I was not yet one of them. And the note finally cracked open in my mind. I nearly sobbed at how completely my mother had loved me. Turn them down, not off, down. Loud enough to know, quiet enough to survive the knowing. Because if they ever learned I could hear their true voice, they would take the aids, and without them, I would simply, quietly agree. I lay rigid until dawn. In his sleep, Daniel's hand found mine. The fingers were warm. And the cold voice said, "She is awake, she knows." I did not move. I made my breathing slow and shallow, the way you play dead for a thing that is already in the bed beside you. The hand tightened only a little, then it let go. Daniel rolled over, the human breath came back, and the morning arrived as if none of it had happened. I began to write things down, times mostly. The cold voice was always loudest at 3:15 in the morning. A handoff hour, I realized, a shift change. At 3:15, the whole house woke without waking. Eyes opening in dark rooms, Eli standing silent at his window, Daniel's lips moving against the pillow. So I drove to my mother's house. It was still sealed, still chained from the inside, though no living person had set foot in it for months. I broke the kitchen window and climbed in over the sink. The air inside was old and cold, and somehow it still remembered her. She had kept journals, dozens of them. The same 3 words, page after page after page. Turn them down, turn them down. And then near the very end, the handwriting began to change, going flat, going even. Until the last page read, in a careful hand that was not hers. She turned them off. I sank down onto her kitchen floor. I think I stopped breathing. Because I understood all at once exactly what that sentence meant, and that the same thing was already on its way to me. At the end, worn past bearing, she had turned them off. Only to sleep, only to stop hearing for one single night. And in that silence, she lost the difference between their voices and her own. between what they wanted and what she wanted. The scratches on her door were never my mother trying to claw her way out. They were my mother, newly theirs, trying to reach the next house. Mine. I drove home with the aides screaming in my ears. From every car that passed me, the cold voice nodded through the glass. Soon, it said, soon. Daniel was waiting on the porch. He had never once waited on the porch. He smiled, the porch light buzzed, and the rain began to fall. "We went to your mother's house," he said, warm as ever. Then underneath, did she leave you anything? Did she leave you the way to turn them off? I said no. I said I had only missed her. And I kept the aides turned up, blaring, because the moment I dialed them down, they would know that I knew. We ate dinner. Eli told a long story about school. Daniel laughed in all the right places. And the whole time, beneath them both, the cold layer planned, calm as weather. The daughter resists, it said, the ears strain her. Soon she sleeps, everyone sleeps, we only have to wait. They were right, and I knew it. I could not keep the volume up forever. The sound was tearing something loose inside my head. By Thursday, there was blood in my ear. That is the whole trap. The truth is too loud to live inside for long. They never have to break you. They only have to wait for you to rest. I have not slept in 9 days. I am writing this with cotton stuffed in one ear and the aides screaming in the other. Daniel knocks on the bathroom door now, soft, patient. "Come to bed," he says, and under it the same flat words, "Take them out just for tonight." Then Eli knocks, my little son's knuckles small against the wood. "Mommy, I can't sleep, come lie down with me," and beneath it, "Take them out." They knock in shifts now, 3:15, 4:40, dawn. The whole house is one patient hand pressing against one thinning door. I caught myself writing the 3 words an hour ago, and I don't remember choosing to. Turn them down, my pen, my hand. Was it still my hand? The screaming in my ears has started to sound like singing, almost gentle now. Almost like the lullaby my mother used to hum to me when I was small. So if you are reading this and your hearing has always been perfect, ask yourself why the voices beneath your own family have never once frightened you.